The cards speak. Justice listens. Welcome to the unseen. Truth doesn't hide forever, not from the eyes that see. Spirits stir, clues awaken. Let the seeing begin. Behind every crime, a shadow speaks. I'm Lady Zelda. Welcome to Seeing Crime. The cards speak. Justice listens. Welcome to the unseen. Truth doesn't hide forever, not from the eyes that see. Spirits stir, clues awaken. Let the seeing begin. Behind every crime, a shadow speaks. I'm Lady Zelda. Welcome to Seeing Crime. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Seeing Crime Tarot Lab. It is a night where, we just are going to work through some things. Welcome. It's Saturday night. Oh, wait, that's the wrong show. Welcome to everyone. I am so happy to see you. It is Saturday, October the 25th of 2025. We're clipping along here in October, aren't we? And oh my, we've had a week, haven't we? Well, buckle up, my darlings, because the next 2 weeks, I'm going to say the next 10 business days, may reveal a heck of a lot more. And I've said it once, and I'm going to say it again. If you're out there, Miss Jennifer McCabe, and you're listening, you may want to get a refund on those dolls. But who am I? Who am I to say anything? Hello, my darlings, and welcome. So, I'll tell you what. I think we may see a crime unfolding. And I'm going to tell you why. Because with that proctor-ish, the proctor factor is what I'm going to start calling it. The proctor factor. If he shared anything about that one person who is an SA victim, be careful in the comments. We all know what that is. We don't have to talk about it. If for any reason he has shared anything about that victim, it is jail for a minimum of 1 year. I hate to say it, but oh boy. If you're thinking what I'm thinking, I sure as heck want to see justice. And not only for John, but I want to see justice for that person especially. Now, there's other things on that phone. And the jaw-dropping thing are the intimate images. And that's the whole thing. My darling Candy, I just saw your text. And I'll text you. My darling, I'm so sorry. Please tell that to Mike. So as we go further into, because I gotta tell you, Shaggy has been very vocal today. This is the first time in a while that I have been prepping the energy. So we're not coming on and just getting a cold, hello, where is this energy, right? We may go back and forth between some different apps tonight. We know the one we like. But earlier today, on an app that was given to me by paranormal researcher, demonologist, and author, pardon me, very accomplished in the field, has been on Netflix, TLC, Discovery, you name it. Sean Austin gave me one of his spirit boxes that he uses. And I sat here for a while thinking, okay, am I doing something that I shouldn't have been doing? Now, it's not vocal. So you have to pay attention to it. And I walked away from my iPad because I put it on my iPad. I walked away, was doing a few things. It's Saturday, you know. And my internet was wonky today. Didn't even know if I was going to be here. So I came back to some notices. And two things it said. It was a mistake. And the other said, it's under the house. Now, I don't know. I don't know what that energy, because I specifically said, I want the energy of Officer John O'Keefe. Thank you, Shaggy. No other. And it waited a long time to come through. Now, I don't know how that spirit box works. I don't know if mine and everything that I do is based on the binary. All right. I wanted to do John's little Zelda, and I wanted to do the case study for the codex, and I did not get a chance to do that. And while we're waiting and listening, I might get a few numbers on that to share with you, but I may just go ahead and I don't know. It depends on how things go. I think we're going to be very busy with these messages tonight. I just have an idea that we will. Because this energy, as you can see, up and through Canton is, well, I'm going to tell the people from Canton, roll your pant legs up, my darlings, because it's going to get pretty deep. Because this isn't done yet. This is going to spread like a wildfire. And I can tell you this. There are many that are racing to make sure that their phones are clean and clear of any criminal stuff. So this is, I got to tell you this. This is kind of scary because the reality of it is, it seems as though these cops feel that this is just a normal thing. And whomever, if ever Proctor supposedly, allegedly shared anything in a group chat individually with someone else, that ties that other person in, including Jennifer McCabe and the McAlberts and all of those people and many, many more. This is going to encompass, I'm telling you, if you wanted something big, because even Boston 25 has been reporting on that today. And I think they're going to continue to report on it. And there's a judge who is deciding exactly what is going to be released. Well, I'm telling you, it's almost too late, because enough is enough. Enough is enough. So it's going to get pretty spicy. It's going to get pretty spicy. So Wait a minute, Marie, what am I seeing here? Oh, yes, I'm still here, always listening. I was with Nan last night. You were? I watched that. I wanted to see. Oh, you should have looked at me. And we talked about how much we love Miss. I actually asked Miss Nan if she was available tonight, if she wanted to pop in, because we are doing EVPs. And thank you for that, my love, because Nan is, she's a wonder. She just is a wonder, right? Loving it, loving it. She's so pro everyone. I just love it. Oh, you got to meet Boozy Beauty too? She is a beauty, isn't she? I'm telling you, I would have loved that. I would have loved that. So thanks for letting me know all that. Thank you, thank you. So I have invited Nan. Now, I know she is. I have a person here, right here, who's actually four-legged, who is determined to come up here. All right. So now I have actually invited Nan to come on over and say hello. So next Wednesday night, I want everybody to mark your calendars, because here we go. We are doing a fundraiser, our two channels, True Oracle and this, my darlings, for Kelsey Fitzsimmons. Now, that young man that you see there is not my son. His name is Leon Kennedy. He is a character in this Resident Evil 4 stream that my son will be streaming. And I'm going to tell you, we're going to have some fun, because I want to perk up Kelsey a little bit. I'm sure Kelsey knows all about this. Now, I've given this information to Mike Crawford. I've invited him. I've invited some others. Others say they're going to step in or step over, say hello. I cannot wait. We're going to have a lot of fun. Now, what is this game about? This game is about a police officer who was a rookie at one time and then raised to the ranks where he became a special ops for the president of whatever world that they are in. Because there's a big government thing taking over and turning people into zombies. So the president's daughter has been captured by the evildoers. And one Leon Kennedy has been definitely appointed to retrieve and rescue the president's daughter, whose name is Ashley. Anyway, it's a remake. It's shooting zombies. And I figure we can name some of these zombies who we need to name them. Right? So hopefully, Kelsey will get to see, because she has been coming into chats, and hopefully she'll get to see. But we're going to have some fun, and we're going to go as long as we can go. Starts at 6 p.m. Wednesday, next Wednesday, the 29th. Be here, because we're going to be talking, and you're going to be able to meet my son. Now, he's not going to be on camera because he's going to be actually streaming, and I'm going to be restreaming his stream, The Wonder of Technology. But you're going to be able to hear him, and you're going to be able to ask him questions. You're going to be able to talk to him. He's going to be talking to us. You're going to hear my son and I banter back and forth and carrying on and doing all kinds of good things. And he may even do his Christopher Walken impression. Let me put this man down. So this is going to be a lot of fun. And I hope you get to attend, even if it's 5 minutes. Stop on over, say hello for Kelsey, and we're going to see what we can do. We're going to do as much as we can. Which gaming system does he play on? He plays on all of them. He has a PlayStation 5, an Xbox, and he primarily plays on his PC. So that's what he does. And his platform is Twitch that he plays on primarily as well. So anyway, he is a tournament player, and actually he's in a tournament right now. He just popped out to see to say, hi, we won our first game, we lost our second, now we're on the third. That's usually a matter of deductions. But I'm happy to be here because I'm going to tell you so. Oh, Mama Jay's okay. Well, you're quite welcome. You never know. Our sons may have played in rooms together. Who knows? Wouldn't that be a wonder of wonders? But listen, all is right with the world because I have a little bucket that was a Happy Meal from McDonald's. No, I don't eat McDonald's food. And when they sent it to me, I wanted a milk and they forgot to give me the milk. And I was going to save the milk because I don't drink milk, but I will cook with it. But it was worth it. Look at my little friend. And I thought I was going to get a pumpkin. And look at this little guy right here. Plus, I got stickers. And look who has come to visit. Come here, sister. Come on. So, and this is Sam Miami, ready to come in. So anyways, my darlings, I just thought it was appropriate tonight to see what we can get. We haven't visited with Officer John in a while. And yeah, listen, I had this delivered because I'm not going out anywhere. I'm just too busy to traipse over town for a Happy Meal. Then I would be unhappy getting my Happy Meal. You know how that is. So, anyhow, stickers too. Look at the stickers and they, listen, now don't be jealous. They glow in the dark. Is this just not too much? There's more. There's even a little maze. Trick or treat time, and you have to start out in the maze and you visit each and every one of these little houses. My heck. Hold on just a second. I lost my feed for my EVP. Give me a sec. There we are. Are we back in the saddle again? Yes, we are. Okay. Oh, Dairy Queen has a cool one? Oh, well, I just don't do the Dairy Queen anymore because the cotton candy things are gone. That's all I get from Dairy Queen. And they're like $10 now. So I'm like, but I'll check it out. Thank you. I'll definitely check it out. It is from McDonald's, Karen. It is from McDonald's. So, yeah, I got you get on there. I was gifted a DoorDash pass for a long time, but if you have Prime, Amazon Prime, you get free. There's some type of free, I think it's with Uber Eats or something, free delivery as long as you have the Prime. I don't know. I don't have a lot delivered. So, but I couldn't help it. I needed a bucket. That's my bucket list for today. Thank you so much. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Now, I'm going to take a breath. We're gonna get ready for a few things. First of all, my darlings, I want to just thank, before it gets away from me, Cheryl, once again, 10 Fate and Fortune with True Oracle memberships. Thank you. And Be a Truth, a super sticker. Thank you so much for your generosity. That's so kind. Thank you. So, Zelda, I got Sean Austin's app, SPI, because you were raving about Sean. I was excited to see how it works. However, it's not working for me. It looks like it's a recording, but nothing is in the folders. You have to allow it. You have to give it a minute. That's the only thing. And if you feel that it's not working, I would contact Sean. He's on Facebook. He's on everywhere. You can say that I sent you over there. Nicest guy ever. Ask him what you can do. Ask him what you can do. So, and if there's something, I've got timestamps on mine today. I was going to show you, but it doesn't show up on camera, so I just don't want to get all the glare. So, anyways, anyways is not really a word, but anyway, my darlings. Yes, get your notebooks, get everything that you need because we're going to get started. I have cleared the energy. Sam she's working security in the room. I wish you could see. I've got water bottles and everything over here, but I wish you could see Riley sitting right here. And it's rare that he does. And I swear that John O'Keefe loves cats because every time I do this, it's just like these guys are like, okay, is he here? Is he here? Is he here? Okay. Oh, and I just heard something at my door. Do you see her look? Okay. Nobody's there. It's energy. It's swelling in here. So, okay, my darlings, get ready. No worries. Everybody is safe. Let me just say this, okay? This is entertainment purposes only, and I'm here to entertain you. I am not a lawyer. I'm not a doctor. I'm not an Indian chief. I'm not anything, but I am a tarot profiler. I'm a card reader. I'm a teacher. I'm an author. And I do not conjure, and we are not calling anybody back from the grave. I work in energies only. That's it. Energy only. Believe me, we can get enough. We'll get enough just from energy. We don't need anybody showing up because that's the wrong thing to do. All right, my darlings, with that being said, hold on a minute, my darling. Summerland girl, not really sure, John, related to Georgia. Okay, no, my darling, I'm going to give you a quick rundown, and thank you for asking, because we do have some new people here, and let's welcome them in. Bless you for being here. It is Officer John O'Keefe who went to a party. He had a girlfriend by the name of Karen Reed. The party was at 34 Fairview Road in Canton, Mass. Something happened at the party, and this poor man was beat up, unalived, and put on the front lawn during a snowstorm. And then they started pointing fingers to the girlfriend because she did not go in and she left. That is the short, condensed version of the whole thing. My darlings, he is no longer with us. He lost his life. And I believe those who have unalived him are still walking free. I do have a few. So the girlfriend went to trial, and it basically, in my opinion, was a cover-up by some of the police officers, by some of the law enforcement. Yes, my angel. So we like to talk to this energy. Now he has come to me, and I have had some remote viewing regarding him. You can go back and take a look at that. That was like a Christmas Eve, right around Christmas, New Year, somewhere. I can't even remember. We've done a lot, but he has actually named names. Yeah, watch Microdots. Microdots is the one. He is an excellent, he puts out really good content. I love Microdots. He just came out with another thing and sent me an email and said, watch this, Zelda, you got to watch this first. And he allowed me to watch his latest little video first, which I was very honored. So I hope that kind of fills you in. We're still, the three initial agency, the FBI came into town, and there is one woman by the name of Jennifer McCabe who was, I believe, orchestrating a lot of things. It is a literal bowl of spaghetti because we have a DA over here that's, in my opinion, not factual, but in my opinion, corrupt. We have They went through a trial. They acquitted her. They said, no, it doesn't count. And they charged her again. That poor lady. So she was acquitted again because they charged her with the M word. And she was facing life in prison. And she was acquitted twice. Wonderful attorneys. And a judge that would blow your mind. So that's what we were looking into. That's the thing. That's the thing. So now we're hoping, because there have been some about one of the lead investigators' telephone or his cell phone came out, and the bottom line, they are finding some very incriminating things that not only affect this case, but cases that go clear back to 2013, and it's disgusting. So I hope that I've not confused you, because it took me 2 years to catch up. This has been going on since January 29th of 2022. So, and Richie is his name, Microdots. I told him when I get moved, I still have a date with that man, and he agrees. Now, what is the date? Well, we're going to go ghost hunting. And I don't know if I'm going to go to him or if he's going to go to me, or we're going to meet in points in between. And he's going to film it, and we're going to go. So he's wonderful, man, and easy on the eyes, but he's wonderful. So there we go. Yeah, this has been the case of the century. That is Shaggy. Do you hear that? That's energy. That's energy. And they're literally all sitting around here on my table. I'm wondering if there's orbs going on. I don't know, but Cat TV's on. They can go watch it if they need. All right. Without further ado, let's bring on the ghost hunting. This is a particular app that I use. Oops, there we go. And I need to clear this from the last time, my darlings. Let's clear the history. I didn't want to turn it on to do anything. We're starting fresh. And let me see how we can do this. Let me turn that off again, and we'll start over again. I guess we're going to see the words coming out. Let me see if you can see those correctly. I'll make it bigger. Just give me a second. I just want to make sure that it is. There we go. There we are. There we are. Now, those words, that was Sammy. That was Sammy in the video in the beginning. The words that you're seeing here are no longer valid. I cleared it. This is from the last time. But look whose name here is Paul. That's his brother. So now we are asking, and we have friends here from... we have friends here from all walks of life. We'd like to speak to the energy of John O'Keefe. And the light is going wonky, and that's Shaggy walking through. And I apologize because the energy is like heightened. Kitties love it. Don't know what else to say. So we're asking, now this has got sounds to it, and it's white noise, and I don't, that grinds me, so I don't want to do that. Dylan is also, is that Chris Albert's son? Okay. Okay. But I've got, okay, I think we're getting ready. So, John O'Keefe's energy, we are here ready to hear what you have to say about the current information that has been coming out on former Trooper Proctor's phone. Here we go. Here we go, my darlings. We're going to get started now. I should have cleared this before we started. Thank you, Ms. Bus Driver. Thank you, my darlings. And I tell you, don't you see that little QR code? Don't forget your favorite grifting psychic. Somebody told me the other day, don't say you're a grifter. I'm not, but someone else did. 2 people kind of said that. It's okay. It's okay. All right, my darlings, we have over 400 people in here. Please give me a like and subscribe. All right. So we're waiting now for the energy to be in the right place. And when you see those bars raise like they're raising, the energy is starting to approach and come in. And when I say energy, it's not the soul. It is actually the energy that remains. And it can be the energy of people, places, and things. But this particular is energy of Officer John O'Keefe. Pardon me. Because protocol. Do you know I almost fell out of this chair? I thought that said Proctor for a minute. Protocol. Protocol. What about the protocol? Was protocol not followed with this case? We know the answer, but you tell us. Was protocol not followed? What do you have to tell us about the protocol? That was closed, that's for sure. I mean, I saw that Procto and I'm like, oh. What protocol? That's my question. What protocol? There was no protocol. But I understand from a police officer's perspective. Now, here we go, sales. So what does the sale mean? People bought what they were selling, that's for sure. They bought the story. They bought, but who? Okay. We'll figure it out. Now, when you see these green bars that are going high, the higher they are, the stronger the energy, the frequency. The numbers that you're seeing up in the left-hand corner of that window is all about the frequency that's coming in. Now, if they get high and some of them are red, that means just like now they're turning, the energy is extremely strong. Oh yeah, look at that. Best. Okay. What's best? It wasn't the protocol. Look at the red bars. So much energy coming. Okay. Argue. Okay. Okay. Ski. Were there skis in the garage? In the garage? What can you tell us, John, about the basement or about the garage? Garage? You guys got me doing that. I don't know, Patty. Was there a detective by the name of Best? I don't know. Undermine. That definitely something was undermined. the protocol. Hi, Boda Bob. Welcome. Come on in. Okay. You love it when I say garage. Like Kelsey. It's a private detective, but not sure. I don't, there was good, but not best. And the good wasn't even good. He was mediocre. Word. Does that mean as in word? Or does that mean... So let's not forget, we're wanting to know about Officer John O'Keefe. Only. No other energy is welcome in here. I think, Carrie, I think Brian Albert has another home, like a vacation home in Maine, but they can run, but they can't hide. College. The only thing that I think of when you say college is colon. Colon. Look at the red bars. That was probably university, but I don't know if that name is on there. Now, friends, how this works. Command. So did someone give you the... Hi, Kelly. Did someone give you the command, or give someone a command, or didn't give a command? Or was it the command in general? Tetterman was the PI. Okay, thanks, Kelly. Crazy. Was the command, see, there was another word that stuck in there, and I'm glad I've got the words out, because it says complete. So the command was completely crazy. Is that what you're trying to say? The command was complete crazy. Someone just texted me and asked me what the sounds... I'm going to just give you a little demonstration as what the sound, the white noise. Oops, there we go. Give me a second. That's the white noise. And that, my darlings, is like a satellite right here. And when we get close to a word, they will start beeping. I'll turn the words on in a minute. But the whole thing will start beeping. Here we go. I just want to give you this demonstration to show. Who did that? I'm turning that off. Now see? Now we can turn off the white noise with this app. Oops, sissy. We're getting the energy there. Here comes another word. below. I'm going to turn that off now, and we'll just turn the words back on here. Below press. Oh, it was, I'm not going to name names, Rivers moms. It was a couple people in the community that they're, I'm not their cup of tea. It's okay. It is what it is. This person is Officer John O'Keefe, who lost his life January 29th of 2022. And the people who did this to him were supposed to be his friends, left him out on the lawn during a snowstorm, beat up, and accused the girlfriend. Look at the energy. Do you see the energy? Whiting it out. Accused the girlfriend of running over him with the SUV. They charged her. She went through court twice. And no, Petey. They went through. Oh, now come on. You know better. She went through court twice. And go, buddy. And she was acquitted both times. They said basically the first time didn't count. And this was his friends. And they pretended to be her friends too. And they are still at large. Pretty much. He lost 3 leaders of the red stuff. Only we don't know where that happened. Because they said he never went into the house. He did. There was an ATF agent there. There was another Boston cop there. Many people have a lot to lose. And now the lead investigator on this for the DA's office and many other cases, we have now heard that they found things on his phone that are exculpatory evidence, meaning that it's relevant. It's too late to go back for the girlfriend's trial, but she can use that in a civil suit. Now, the press, I'm wondering, is that the media? Is that the media? Maggie, this one especially has that type of, Pooper Proctor. Lead. The lead. Okay, so I'm just saying lead investigator, and look at that energy. Now, for those of you, this is not, it does not have a microphone, so it can't hear me, and I can't speak into it, and it does not say words. So lead. So yes, now. So I think a lot of these things, it's crazy how Proctor is going to drown in this information. I'm guessing on that. That is low. It is below what we could ever imagine. The press is reporting it. I'm putting together a narrative, whether that, hello, come on now. Come on, energy. Thank you. Newspaper lead, it could be. Or bench press weights. You're making my nose athletic, sister. Thank you, Patricia. So what do you need to tell us about what do you need to tell us about? I'm move this. I want to show you what I'm dealing with here. Are you ready? You see that man? That's Petey. Sitting on top of my printer, waiting for the opportunity to sit down here. Frustration. Yeah, that was Petey Pink. That's paranormal Petey. Petey Pink nose. Could be a lead pipe, could be. He's sitting there. He knows he's handsome. That's a hard job. And he's sitting there up there asleep, and his little nose is just as pink as can be. Led down to the basement. That's right. Led down to the basement. Frustrating. Now listen, we're going to have something clear. We're not going to be jumping up and down. So you have to stay one place or another. You can go get a drink now, but you're not going to be jumping up and down. So make up your mind what you're wanting to do. Okay, sorry. Cat talk. Frustration. Of course it's frustration because he has been dealing with this. We all have been dealing with this. Karen Reed has been dealing with this. Right? Look at a little Petey. Since January 29th of 2025. And what a bowl of spaghetti. What a can of worms. Below press, YouTube, social media. Yeah, they pressed his face down below water or snow. You know, I listened to the 911 call again today, where one Jennifer McCabe, hello, we have a man in the snow. We have a man outside in the snow. This was supposed to be her buddy, her friend. If this were me, I would be like, oh my God, my friend, John O'Keefe is laying. Now, salmon. Does that mean something is fishy? But he was face down. And in the call, she said they rolled him over. He was face down. A man passed down in the snow. Thank you. Give me a second, my darlings. I'll be right back. Hold on. Oh, Paul, look, there is his brother. I'll be right back, darling. Hello, my darlings. Late. I'm going to put your comments up here on the screen. Who is watching? Putting the comments up here. Late. Oh, I just... heard a sound. It was late. Hi, Mary. Fluid. Yes. Fluid was lost, for sure. 3 liters of fluid. Where did that go? Hi, Magnolia, my darling. Sorry. You know, cats will shed when they're happy. And I think these people that I live with that have 4 legs and are furry are happy a lot when they get around me. That was a growl. That was a growl. So if you heard it, I didn't want to say anything, Maeve. Did you hear it? That was a growl. And it wasn't a cat. And it certainly wasn't me. Welcome to everybody coming in. Welcome, welcome. Did you hear it? Okay. Okie dokie. Then it wasn't just me. Do you shed when you watch me, Mitchell? That's so nice to know. Thank you for letting me know that. I don't know. It could have come anywhere. It was audible that I heard it. It was audible. So it was out here somewhere. Now this is enough. Enough now. No more drinks. You've had snacks. Enough. Okay? Just sit here. Have a little nap. I have a sick doggy tonight. I'm big. Aww. Forgive me. Aww, Magnolia. Good vibes for the doggy. Engine. What about, you know what? I love watching you guys. Oh, good, Dee. Thank you so much for that. Timestamp for the growl, 48 minutes in. I think so. I don't know what it was. Would not John's energy give us words or hints to help us? New info? Maybe. It depends on how strong the energy is and how that energy can form. Because remember, the frequency, legislative, the frequency apparent. So does that mean there's new law? Give me a second, my darlings. Okay. Because the frequency, you see those numbers in the top left of that device, that is all about the frequency coming in. So then it works on the binary system. So whatever word it can form, I mean, we're not going to be able to have a conversation. It's the same as if I was out somewhere ghost hunting. It can say words that are relevant, but that's it. I think it went in the basement, Linda, from what I gather. I think that fluid, he calls it fluid. I think the fluid was in the basement. That's why I would love to have a cadaver dog. There should be a new law. That's right. There should be new legislature. Hi, Karma. The pool, no. I'm sure they've already checked the pool. There's nothing in the pool. I'm sure Chloe is gone. I thought I saw letters forming while I was watching one of your other videos with John. Possibly. Hi there. Welcome. Come on in, everyone. Love having you. Love having you. Bless you, bless you. Started in the basement. His energy, from what he showed me remotely, he took me to the hospital first. That's where I first saw him, laying on a gurney. And then and the only way that I can, Mitchell, yes, a cadaver dog could definitely, with even a brand new floor. All it takes is one microscopic dot. I think it happened in the basement, and I think that he was moved to the garage. That's what I think. because he told me after all this happened, he showed me how they were standing over him laughing. And then apparently they figured out it was extremely serious. He even showed me a part that they wrapped his head in a white towel. Now, why a white towel? I have a friend who is a former, sorry here, hold on. I have a friend who is a former person who worked for La Cosa Nostra, was in that. And he said they used white towels anytime they knew that there was going to be a person who was going to be deleted, because white towels, in theory, can be bleached and fixed. Associate. Okay, workplace associate. Apparently, it was a workplace associate. Is that what you're trying to tell us? So this energy is showing me that when this happened, there were white towels wrapped around his head. And that's why I think that when Higgins went to the police department, he took the towels with him. That's what I think. But he showed me John's energy was showing paranormal. Wow. So there's an agreement here. So John's energy showed me that that's how all of that happened. He was in the basement. And I think what happened is they moved him from the basement. Hi, everyone. Hi, Renee. Pardon me. From the basement, powerful. It is powerful, isn't it? From the basement to the garage. And I believe, according to, this is my own theory now, not fact, hello. But according to Dr. La Posada, she is, I wanted to shapeshift when I saw her testifying. She was so good. Said that the injury that John had on the back of his head, which was horrific and came from a huge blow or a fall on a sharp object, then he only had a certain amount of time. Pro. Yeah. These guys were pros because I think they've done it before. So he only had a certain amount of time before they could put him out on the lawn. Now, here's the rub. Let's back up a little bit, because at 4 a.m., there was a call that came out that said there was a possible person laying in the snow, and they thought he was hit by a plow. However, I do not believe that John was out there. I think that they were setting the stage up so they could set up Lucky, the plow driver. And then all of a sudden, there was a collective agreement to say, let's set up Karen. So showed me how everyone, my son is in the next room. He showed me how that happened, how he came down the steps of the basement, and then one thing led after another. It wasn't like a movie. The only thing that I can explain it to you, that at Christmas, those old Charles Dickens Scrooge movies, where you see first you see the ghost of Christmas past, then you see the ghost of Christmas present, pardon me, and then you see the ghost of, Christmas in the future. That's kind of, it was segments. Pardon me. No, that was me. I'm sorry. It was segments. I believe that when they moved him to the garage star, that when they moved him to the garage, he rallied. Because basically, he showed me that he had the glass that he had of Karen's. And he showed me how he went to take a drink and someone, the old days when you would take a drink and somebody would think it was funny. Temperature was cold. Yes. When somebody would take a drink and you're doing this and somebody would think it was funny and they'd smack your hand. That's what happened, because he had a shard of glass in the left side of his nose, or wherever it was, that when Karen took it out, it gushed, which means he was still alive while he was on the lawn, because it wouldn't have done that if he weren't. Hi, Nellie. Thank you. Yeah, but those things have all been. I don't believe there's anything poolside, because they know. They went to painstaking lengths to hide. They're not going to just put it in a pool. But they've still made mistakes. I believe that when they took him to the garage, because he showed me that after all of this was done, he told me that he was laying in a very cold and dark place. A very cold and dark place. And I think that he was rallying. Now, here's the thing that just kind of makes me sick. Let's think about this. And as I'm talking about it, I can see the energy and I feel the energy. Someone made a suggestion, and there was a collective decision, because he was still alive. Who is Lily? He was still alive. Cold, dark place, not outside. That's correct. Brutalized. Okay. So as I'm telling this, I think that he's pretty much agreeing, sort of, kind of. So I think, pardon me, here we go with you see this? Well, you don't see this. He even showed me a reference where they took him out around the back of the house and out on the side of the house, went through the gate, through the bulkhead. Someone made the collective decision, because they knew that everything that was going on, that he was still alive. Someone made a collective decision to say, look, if John remains here, my son is in the next room. He is mirror. So pretty much they decided that if John lived, he could testify. He would tell them the truth. The truth, first of all, being that Karen didn't hit him with her SUV. That's number one. Ma'am, remember what I told you? Lapasada said that he would have lost his life within minutes. The Sally Port was mirrored, that's correct. But I've got to tell you this, okay? And I was talking about this all day. Dr. Lapasada, okay. But somebody said from the EMTs that they got a heartbeat. I don't know. I don't know what the thing is. It's my son talking in the background, sorry. So it was within this 15 minutes that they did something. They did something to assure that he would not. And I think he rallied. And I believe that he got punched or something one more time because that injury. Now, he's not shown me, and I've not asked him. But what I will tell you is that he gave me the names of 4 people that were directly involved, and there were 5 altogether. And I can't say, because I asked my lawyer about it. He said, oh my God, don't you dare even say anything, because you do not want to accuse anyone or make that statement. I don't feel like getting sued. Okay, so whenever that was the general consensus that he was alive when he was outside. Not for long. Not for long. But that would have had to happen within minutes. And we may never know that, quite frankly. What you're hearing is cat TV, probably, because I've got birds chirping in the background. And it may sound like noises, okay? The phone, Corky, bravo. Because I believe that these people are ducking and running. I believe they're ducking and running. And a cadaver dog can find something that is still in the front yard, by the way. It has rained, it has snowed, it is baked, it is all seasons in between, and a cadaver dog, there's a great possibility that could still find something in the house and in the yard. Now, this energy has mentioned names on here before. So we don't know. So if you're hearing muffled noises or anything else like that, I don't have to hear it, but noises can come through because we are talking with this energy. I don't know. I don't have anything on my end that, so I don't know what it could be. I'm sorry, I don't know. But I will tell you this. I'm going to make a move. I'm moving, hopefully by the end of the year, if not right after. And hi there, Rita. Hi there, my darling. Welcome. Okay. So, okay, thank you. Attorney Nan, when the time comes, because it's too close to the holidays now, well, my son is in the next room and he's talking. I can hear him talking. He's actually working there in a tournament right now. So Attorney Nan will be writing me, for all intents and purposes, an introduction letter for me to go into 34 Fairview Road when the time comes. And I definitely, yeah, look at John. Hello. And I definitely, pardon me, I definitely will. I'm going to try to film it, but I want to get the permission of the owners of 34 Fairview. I want to get what it is that I need in order to AM. Yes, it was 12:23 in the morning. 12:43, something like that in the morning, January 29th of 2020, ticket 2022. So when that time comes, my darlings, I will definitely let you know. And we will go there. We will just, because Nan's going to go with me. We will go through. If I need to clear anything, we will. I want to ask them, have they heard anything, experienced anything? Have they heard voices? Have they experienced anything moving? They may not. They may not have heard or seen anything. They may not. And that doesn't mean anything. Okay? So when I get there, we'll see. I'm going to take my cameras. I'm going to take my devices. I'm going to see if there's anything still there. And we'll see what happens. I hear they're lovely people. And they are definitely a Karen Reed supporter family. So we'll see. Now, I'm not going to announce it because I don't want some bad actors to find out and then sabotage it. You'll know afterward, but this is going to be epic. It'll be good. And we will be with Nan, and it will be probably Jerry in the chat. Our beautiful mod will be with me. And here we go. Here we go. Well, here's the thing. It's John's energy. It may be looping there. It just may be looping. All it can do is move on. It can't, you can't create or destroy. You just move on. And it could be just his energy is moving. Now, my darlings, that's a great question. Mama J wonders if they're haunting their houses. And some of the cards, I believe they are being haunted. I believe they are. It's a trauma imprint loop, yes. You can call it that. Most likely they pulled him because, remember, the back pocket on his pants was ripped, and he had grass stains. Think of that. He was very heavy because, I hate to say it, but it was just like kind of sort of dead weight. 6 foot, 200 and some pounds. It's gonna take some steam, especially when you're drinking, to pull someone through. Well, Mary, here's the rub about that. I do not believe that it was disclosed that something had happened there. Thanks, Captain Jerry. He was 216 pounds. I do not believe that it was exposed. You do not have to kiss. Thank you. That he was 206. Do not believe that it was exposed that and they just didn't say anything. And then all of a sudden they found all this out, because I think the McAlberts thought Karen was going to get convicted. It was not going to be an episode. It was all going to go away. Oh, yeah. Thank you so much, Tammy. Mitchell has an excellent question. That is, Zelda, do spirits stay where they pass or travel to unaliver house? When the Word of God says, when our spirit leaves our body, the silver cord breaks, and we immediately go back to our Creator. It depends on where we go once we get there. But there's an energy that remains. And that's what is there. That's what happens. I don't think they live in fear okay? I don't think that they live in fear, but that's what I deal with, because it is not a good thing to, if you were going to read in the book of Samuel about the witch of Endor who called back a spirit, who came back from the grave and said to the witch of Endor, because Saul wanted that to happen, and it was a prophet, looked at the witch of Endor and said, "Would you do that? You disrupted me. Why did you want to bring me back? You disrupted me." And it's called necromancy. Terrible. Yes. Oh, hello. It's called necromancy, and it's a huge sin to do. Carpet. Okay, there's our hint, my darlings. The carpet was in the basement. And when they sold the McAlberts sold the house after this happened, they put it up for sale in April and they sold it just within the few months later. They renovated the basement and they were taking the carpet out, and it was Aiden Turtle Boy that drove past and then alerted Alan Jackson, and they went and were able to get the carpet, and the carpet has been kept in controlled environment in storage. So there we go. Well, I know in the movies they bring the dead back, but have you ever seen Practical Magic? Virus. I don't know if they've tested the carpet or not. Karen has some of the carpet. But here's the thing. If you've ever watched Practical Magic, where Sandra Bullock has lost her husband in a horrible accident, and she goes to the aunts Diane Keaton, and I can't remember her name. But anyway, she goes to the aunts and has the book and says, "You can bring him back. Bring him back. Please bring him back. You can bring him back." And the aunts looked at her and said, "We can do many things, but we won't do that because he made night margaritas." That's right. He will be something that he's not. It will not be him. And then they brought him back anyway. And look what happened. That would happen. You bring people, that's real. That is real. And I have a story about that. And I'm going to tell that story this Thursday night, the night before Halloween, Halloween Eve, Hallows Eve. And I'm going to tell you a story about that. And I have an artifact from that. So there we go. So we got to be careful. Got to be careful. Pet Cemetery. Oh, that little boy, wasn't he? Oh my God, he was precious. Wasn't he a doll? Yikes. So that gives us an idea of what happens when you bring things on. Right? Wrong is you wrong. Right? So yeah. So the real estate agent that sold the house at 34 Fairview what happened to be related to some of these bad actors, the Bad Actor Guild. I just didn't say anything. Then they don't have a case, so they can't go back on the realtor because, quite frankly, technically, nothing really happened in the house as far as they knew. It was on the front lawn, but still. But I think when they find out, it's not going to be nice. Well, there were certain paths that went around the house. And remember, it had just started snowing. It wasn't a full-blown blizzard yet. It had just started. So some of the areas were not fully covered with snow yet. So I believe he was dragged through that. That's what I believe. Yeah, it had just started snowing because it was getting colder. So the snow didn't really happen until I think it was right around, I can't even remember now what time they officially found him. But anyway, thank you much. Thank you much. Thank you, Saggy. Great reading, great info, and your lawyer is great. I can tell mom's the word. That's right. I got to keep it, mom. When this all comes out, I've written it down. We'll read it to you. Do I think, oh, this is a great question, Sylvia's daughter. Do I think Proctor, the proctologist, Proctor will flip? He's in a load of trouble. No. No. For two reasons. I think what he's going to try to do, because I quite frankly don't believe that they've got enough. He may just have hearsay. Hello, Zelda, can we talk? He may just have hearsay or circumstantial evidence. He was not there and wasn't present. Now, if he hid things just like he hid John's clothing in the back of his, and I don't care what anybody says, having evidence of clothing in bags in your trunk for over a year is hiding. Is hiding. And I believe that there's going to be a lot of things pointing, and there's going to raise a lot of questions. What do I think Lynn means? I don't know. It could just be mean anything. Who do I think will flip first? I don't think anybody's going to flip. But what I will tell you is when things start coming out, it's going to be every man for himself and or woman. I think we're going to see some wild things start happening. And remember, Proctor is a throwaway, and you know who else is? Higgy Baby is a throwaway as well. So let's not forget all those things. There's a town in Massachusetts called Lynn. Okay, I don't know. That's what I mean. Some deals will be made, some peeps thrown under the bus. Yeah, I think that they will. At this point, I really think the McAlberts are going to go, oh, you know what? We really didn't like Proctor to begin with. He really didn't do what we wanted him to. I'm interested in the chat logs too. What do we think the motive to do this? You mean Amanda, do you mean the unaliving of John? What do you think the motive is? I don't believe that they set out to do this. I don't believe it. And even those messages on the SPI that I was using that Sean gave to me basically said it was a mistake. I believe that okay. It says Zelda, it says Lynn on the computer. VP. Okay. So I'm going to tell you, I think what they're going to do is make Higgy Baby the fall guy for this. That's what I think. I think they're going to make Higgy Baby the fall guy. And there's more to this than meets the eye. Careful with what we put in the chat, please. I think John surmised a lot of things. And we're going to see. And I'm going to tell you the reason I think Proctor, I think it was just careless. But I think they were drunk. I don't believe that there was any intent, premeditated. I believe that they just, Higgy Baby was bowing up and peacocking and wanted to show off because of Karen. And that's what I think. And I'll tell you what else I think. If Brian Albert and Higgy Baby did go to that funeral in New York for that fallen police officer. And by the way, you would go to a funeral in New York for a fallen police officer, but you won't go to the funeral of your friend. Could it be that you guys were beaten up and one of you were in a sling? Is that why you didn't go? It might have raised an eyebrow. Anywho, John has told me 4 names and a 5th that assisted. But I believe that as things went on, it got out of control. And then a decision had to be made. And the decision was, if he lives, bless you, my goodness. if he lives, you took a drink and then you sneeze and you got me all wet. If we let him live, see, there was a hesitate. They hesitated. Because if they let him live, he could testify against them, and he would have. Yeah, I think that he knew a lot about what was going on. I think he also knew a lot about Sandra Birchmore. They did not go to John's funeral. They went to another man that they didn't know. And, okay. I believe that he saw some things with Sandra Birchmore, and I think there were many reasons. But I'm also going to tell you what. I'm going to tell you from a female standpoint. Chill. Does that mean as in chillax? Does that mean chill out? Or does that mean a temperature chill? Brutal. Okay. Now the words are coming. If we wait long enough, he's going to mention some names, I'm sure. And John's energy. If you have names of the people, and see, here's the thing. I think I've been asking him incorrectly. Yes, we are certain of that, Karen. I think I've been asking John's energy incorrectly. I'm asking him who was involved. And I want to ask him who wasn't. The origin. Okay. But who wasn't involved when you were at 34 Fairview? Who wasn't involved? Let's be careful how we put things in the chat, okay? Out of control and so much alcohol. Yeah, I think it was a combination of many things. But ladies in the chat and watching, I'm going to appeal to your feminine side at this point. And hear me out. Now, I'm not a lawyer, but I can read people pretty well. And from the readings that I've been doing on one, Jennifer McCabe, in my opinion, now this is my opinion, not facts. I don't know. I haven't heard. And she's not told me anything. But here's what I think. I think there was a little baby crush. Fever. I got the fever. Okay. I think there was a little baby crush on John. I think she had that. I think she was the queen bee. John went to her when it came to the kids. John gave her Sketcher coupons and took them out shoe shopping. They went out to lunch. He and one Carrie went to their high school prom together, civilian and conditions. Okay. Carrie and he went to prom together. I just think that he was the man that women looked to. He was cute, good looking, had a good sense of humor. And I think Jen, in my opinion, has that type of personality where she needs to be involved. She needs to be needed. She needs to be the go-to. She's the fixer. She's the orchestrator. She is the conductor. And I believe that night, because if you've ever heard, over here, stop. Sorry. If you've ever heard the words "to raining men," it's kind of creepy. And why raining men? Are you surrounded with these men who will do your bidding? And I believe when this happened, one of these men that were involved went to Jennifer and said, look, this is what happened. We've got to clear the decks. We got to get these other people out of here. We got to start taking people home. We got to do this. We got to do this. And then we can put things in motion. That's why they said they didn't see anybody laying in the lawn, because when they took Sarah and what's-her-face home, he wasn't there yet. But they had to pretend. I also believe that maybe something a little, maybe, now I don't know, but maybe, possibly, something, a little something may have happened between Jen and John. Stranger things have happened at sea. I mean, look at Karen and Higgy Baby. Just a moment. And then I believe that John brought Karen into the scene. And I believe, for the sake of herself, it was, how dare John? We will accuse Karen. And that's what he gets for wanting her. Can you see that? Can you see that? There are so many layers. There's so many things about this. Plus, she dabbles in the dark side. How do we know this? I believe that it was one of her neighbors said that while they were at the waterfall or CW's or wherever they were, she basically told the neighbor, you see that guy over there? Watch. I can look at him and make him drink his beer. Did you know that? So now we have the Higgy Baby layer of him being torn up. And I'm going to tell you what I think. On the way back home from said funeral in New York, they were drinking. And Brian Albert is smart. Brian Albert is smart. He knows how to manipulate people. So he knew what was coming. He knew, oh, just a minute. Stop that right now, PD deal. Stop. Sorry, he's scratching something. Report. I am going to report PD because he won't stop. Okay. I'm sorry. I can see Brian Albert digging at Higgy Baby. Higgy Baby, do you think that John does a better to Karen than you would? Higgy Baby, do you think that possibly, sort of, kinda, that she's just leading you on? Do you think your thing is bigger than his, or his is bigger than yours? Think about that conversation. And by the time they got to the waterfall, Higgy Baby was so juiced up and ready, peacocking. I don't know about you, but to me, I like rugby, but he looks worse than a rugby player. Wider than he is tall. But okay, any port in a storm. I don't feel anybody's going to flip like they're going to sing, because Proctor knows the value of singing, and you have to have a clear benefit to know what singing is going to get you before you sing. And all it might get him is thanks for the memories. We're still going to put your crack away. Now, if he, again in the beginning, if he had that information about that poor victim that was essayed on his phone, if he shared that in a group, if he shared a name, contact information with anyone else, because you know how he was sharing everything with his sister and his wife and whoever, pension, yeah, who's going to lose their pension over this. He's facing jail. That's a criminal act. It doesn't matter who you are. And especially being a trooper at that time and a lead investigator. I have questions. Let's talk about the Anna Walsh case just for a moment. Do you think that possibly there was evidence that was planted in that case because they thought Walsh did it? I'm not saying he didn't. I'm talking about him. How about the Dr. Turret case? Do we think any of that? Because see, who was it that they told was rookie move when they wanted to talk to the ME because she would not change the death certificate? I mean, look at the layers. We have Jennifer McCabe, we have Karen, we have Higgy Baby, we have the McAlbert clan, we have Sandra Birchmore, we have expressed knowledge of this, we have that. And I'm going to tell you what Proctor is going to do. He's going to try to lie and deny. Yeah, but we all did that. And did you see? Okay, it was DeChico. Okay, thank you so much. Did you see his one friend in this last trial? Did you see the one friend that didn't want to testify, and they pretty much said, "You're going to testify, pal." And he brought his lawyer to court with him. And he didn't want to read the text, and I believe it was Alan Jackson that read the text, and he testified. Put that on steroids. Think of how his friends think of him now. Everyone is abandoning ship. Word on the street, now I don't know, word on the street is that Lizzie Baby packed up her, I think that's his wife. Who's his wife? Packed up the kids and her duds and bugged out, and they're staying with the family member. Hank read the text. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you. See, my mind is gone. Yeah, Lizzie. Okay. And quite frankly, I've always said, I don't believe that Agent Oobligada, those are the guys from the ice cream truck, those are the guys who belong to the 3-letter agency. I don't believe they ever left. Why? Because they know They know when people start relaxing, when people start thinking about different things, all of a sudden the 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 pressure is going to be off, and you just kind of like, right. And Lizzie's dad is a former agent obligata, retired FBI. What do you think he's saying? Not only get the heck, but get the he double heck out of there. Because quite frankly, any text that he has on her is going to drag her into it. Let's think about this now, my friends. Whether it's legal or not, I believe in my heart that he was showing his goods to someone else, just like Paul. Just like Paul. I believe he was showing his little wares to someone else. But what if he shared some of the sensitive information with his wife or with his sister? Because you know his sister always wanted. That drags them into anybody who is on the receiving end may, I'm not a lawyer, may or may not be dragged into this. Oh man, if I were Lizzie's dad or mom, I would say, you pack up and we're going to get the heck out of Dodge, because this is a cesspool. This is a sewer of people. I don't know his sister's name right offhand, but a medal. Thank you. Yeah, do you want a medal or a chest to put it on? Sorry. Who got the medal? Courtney is the sister. Thank you. See, I can depend. Listen, do you have any question while you're here and why you guys are Tarot Lab investigators? Because you know. Yeah, there's some. Oh, wait. Within the next 8 to 10, I'm going to say 8 to 10 business days, we're happy Halloween, because the spooks are going to be coming out. The monsters are going to be dancing in the streets. And believe me, the pumpkins will be self-lighting at this information, because hello, marriage. So is his marriage in jeopardy? Energy, is the marriage in jeopardy? The ghouls, just wait till the witches get on their brooms. The DA's office, who's in charge of Proctor's recent, hopefully Judge Krupp is going to keep a copy for. Believe me, I believe that everybody's underground has been seeing this feed marriage feed. Oh yeah. Love is kind of crazy with a spooky little girl like this, right? Hello. Yep. So putting all of what happened now at 34, let's think about this, because I have my broom ready. I mean, it's a Kickstarter, right? Let's go. The decorated dudes. Maybe that's where the middle. Where is John's socks? I'd like to know, because he showed me before everything started happening with these trials, with him laying on the gurney, that he had Adidas socks on his feet, and they were upside down, that the heels were on the top of his arches or on the top of his feet. Berkeley passed from cancer. That's right. Pension is police, right? Feed CTV. Could be the feed. It could be the feed from Because I think if they made a little effort at this point, they could probably retrieve the Ring camera footage from across the street. But let's do this a second, because we all want justice for John. This is what it's about, okay? We all want justice for John. Oh, Wilma, thank you so much. You better head to bed, my darling, and finish tomorrow. You're at the 150, almost a 153 mark. But let's put, this is explosive, all right, what is happening with this phone. But let's put everything to the side with 34 Fairview. And let's talk about how justice can come in many ways. Justice can come for John because Proctor will eventually get his just desserts. I'm sure they were, good night, my darling Wilma. Thank you so much for being here. Justice will definitely come to John. Some people say, oh, the McAlbert, they're going to walk. No. I'm going to tell you why. As we go on, because I remember when this first started, people were begging me in the readings, oh, please tell me, why doesn't the feds just step in? Aren't you glad they didn't? I sure am. We would have missed all this. Think about it. They're going to be stepping in. They're already stepping in. They're already stepping in. That's right. John's friend. Supposedly. But think about it. As time goes on, people start making mistakes because why? They relax. And when you tell the truth, you do not have to worry about what lie you told yesterday. I'm going to be doing the Codex case study on Jennifer McCabe next. Stay tuned. Well, because the crime scene was destroyed, they are a disease. That's right. And if you break that down, it is dis-ease. And if you are watching Fez, welcome. Wait, I have a little, one day, they may sound coming, my darlings. One day, they may be here. So get ready. There's a sound coming. Ready? 3, 2, 1. I've been saying it from the beginning. Christmas. Are we going to see something like that around Christmas? That would be a Christmas present for sure. But I'm going to be doing the Codex case study on Jennifer McCabe. I've started it yesterday, and I was like, whoa. So here's my advice, although not psychic, but the best that I can give to those people who were involved with taking the life of John O'Keefe. Start sleeping in tidy whities, in white underclothing, and have white socks, because they are not issued where you are going, only your uniform. And if you do, you will have to wait. You will not have time to change your clothes when they come to the door at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. They will take you out of this sound sleep, and they will haul you away. You won't see the light of day for a little while. They have been following Matthew Farwell for quite some time. And they stepped in where the Norfolk or where the DA left off. I'm going to say this. Proctor worked for the DA's office. The DA's office is responsible for Proctor. Mr. Meatball, I'm sure, is defecating in biblical proportion. He has been, yes, and the clock is ticking. Because, think of it this way, my friends. Now, not law enforcement, not a lawyer, not a doctor, someone who has questions. So if he's working for the DA's office and Michael Morrissey is responsible for his lead investigators to a certain degree, tick, tick, boom. Think about it. Think about it. Do you think he's already been trying to dump messages and everything else? He's got the hostage video and all this other stuff. But what do you think he's doing? Wait till a lot of things, the emails to, have you thought about this? The emails to Michael Morrissey is on his Proctor's phone. Emails, phone calls, messages, images. That whole area. And change needs to happen. Better get those little undies on there, people. And I'm going to say this, tick, tick, boom. Wish, yeah, that we wish for sure. Wish us a Merry Christmas. I don't like to predict these things, but watch these people because I've said it for a long time. And someone will take matters into their own hands. And look at that red energy. Hello. Anything. So it's going to be anything that shows up is going to come to scrutiny. And what do you think some of these judges are going to think that take a look at this? You know what's really most important? Look at that energy. Thick. You know, floor. A thick floor. That's right. That was in the basement because the garage floor. Hold on, you guys. Give me a little break. Spirits.
The garage, essentially. There's a garage, essentially.
You know what's most important in this? The court of public opinion. The taxpayers. Joshua. Who's Joshua? The taxpayers of the great state of Massachusetts. Yes, Amy, that's great. Isn't it? That's for sure. That little thing called a phone. You coming up here, sister? That little thing called a phone will be the biggest nemesis going. And there's nothing at this point. They can't do anything. It can't stop it. Joshua Levy is out. It's a female now. Oh, definitely. We will be, Cam, we will be doing all these types of things before I go to 34 Fairview. I won't tell you when. This is Scooby-Doo. I'm not going to tell you when I go, but you'll know it, and I'm going to take it while I'm there. We'll do it while I'm there. They go back to 2013, and I keep hearing, sounds weird, but I keep hearing from a woman that is missing, and it's not Anna Walsh. And there's something about a woman that is missing from some type of 2000, way back and when. Yeah, this is Scooby-Dooby-Doo. She's blind in one eye. She has eczema. She's a good old gal. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? You got some things to do now. Ruh-roh is right.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
Yeah, she's purring like a little, but boy, she, I try to keep things on her, and she just digs to beat the band. Bless her little heart. But it's one of those things. It's a freely. What is freely? Everything went into the cloud. There's nothing they can do about it. There's nothing they can do about it now. It's too bad for them. So yeah, John will have justice in my eyes. I want you all to think about the can't even think of that guy's name. What is his name? Capone. I want you to think about Al Capone. They never could get him for unaliving anyone. Keep. And they got justice because they brought in the IRS and they got him for tax evasion. You see how justice comes? And they were able to put him away because of tax evasion. Now that's amazing, isn't it? But his victims receive justice. And it's going to be the same thing with John O'Keefe. It may not be what we want, but we're getting there. Remember, it took in the Adelson case and Dan Markell, it took 11 years. 11. It's been 3. Tell me, they're building a case. Oh, Amanda, I do. We see. I sure remember that I was the one sitting at the, television looking at Geraldo and how he was so deflated when that didn't happen. Sunny from Cincinnati, my darling, how are you? Yep, look at that name. Look at that name. Yep. On here, he distinguishes between Brian and Higgy. The empty vault. Controversial. That is very true. Brian has entered the chat. Sissy, you make me want to dislike. It says Higgins. It says Higgins or Higgy to distinguish the two. Sense of humor. Yes, Mom. Yes, standing. Yes. Sean. That was something else. And I still hear about it. They razzed that poor Geraldo Rivera till it's no end. And I have my opinion about that, but hey, I ain't saying nothing about opinion. Zelda, what lashes am I wearing? Ardell Demi Wisps. Thanks, I think. I'll show you how I put them on. I've been wearing them for 50 years. Once you start, yes, my darling, hi Linda. So when all this evidence comes out, do you think the O'Keefes will ever be restored to sanity? And no, I don't. I think they are disappointed. And do I think this is going to hurt their civil case? Maybe, but it's going to be doing nothing. Excuse me, sister. It's going to do nothing but help Karen's civil case. See, here's the thing. If you're patient enough, the truth always comes out. If you never do anything that you have to be worrying about being on the front page of the Sunday newspaper, then you're home free. He's broken all those rules. Please don't tell makeup secrets, or do tell makeup secrets. We need to get ready with Zelda. Okay, we'll do a punch. Was it Brian? Uh-oh, look out here. Oh, I'm inundated. It's okay, Sam. Oh my gosh. Everybody up here. You're wet. I don't need makeup lessons. I need hair tips. So punch. Tight. Does that mean he was drunk tight? You need to sit before you get us in trouble. Punch. The clocks have changed here in the UK, and it's only 1 a.m. again. I get to stay and watch. Oh, bless you, my darling. No, my darling, no. Our clocks don't change until November. I believe that it is BA. Because when he talks about when he talks about Higgins, it's usually either Higgins or Higgy baby. He has said Higgy appearance. He has said Higgy before. We and Karen are lucky that they thought untouchable, right? Oh, right. The truth will come out. And I will tell you what, I believe that it will be Jennifer McCabe, because she's strong only to a certain degree. And if they start threatening to put her away, you watch her. You watch her. Yeah, we got 2 babies up here. Have you seen the Attorney Burkhart kittens? Yes. May she be blessed, because she is. I love her for that. May she be blessed. Carrie Roberts. I don't think Carrie Roberts will fold, because she believes everything that she's a Stepford wife. Can I say that? She's a robot. She believes everything. If Jennifer McCabe said that the sky was chartreuse, Carrie would go in front of the grand jury and say, the sky is chartreuse. I know it is. Well, how do you know? Well, because she said so. We change next week. Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. Yes. I don't think so. I don't think Carrie could. I can tell you this. I've wondered that. What else would you have in a garage? it's going to be a while before the truth comes out. But I'm going to tell you how you're going to, a lamb. I'm going to tell you how you're going to know. Is when you start seeing these people scatter and when you start seeing statements come out. Because when Karen files her civil suit, things can come out through the civil suit if they are relevant, not relevant. Hello, Zelda, what? Gianna. Who's Gianna? Who is Gianna? It's the Lady Z for Stone. There you go. Cool. I think she will too. I don't know about Coco. I think Coco's afraid. Overnight. I think if you want to know my opinion, which you may not want to, but I'll tell you, my opinion is this. No, sister. My opinion is that after this last trial, if I were Carrie Roberts' husband and saw what a mess I was and how I admitted on the stand that I lied in front of a grand jury, the absolute moment that she came home, I would have said, you, lady, stay away from that clan. And if you ever talk with them, they are leading you down a primrose lane. And they're leading you down to the hot place. If you ever go around them, near them, with them again, pardon me, I'm through with you. That's exactly it. Oh, listen, John will have justice. And here's the way I want you to look at it. One way or another. One way or another. You know the song. I keep hearing this in my head. Sooner or later, feds are gonna get them. Sooner or later, feds are gonna get them. Sooner or later, feds are gonna get them. Sooner or later, feds are gonna win. It's just a matter of time before they make up their mind and show up at that McAlbert store. It's just I tell him time and again, right, change the words. And you can go through there and start singing. The Alphabet Police need to pull up Allie's testimony. Oh, I think they've got Allie's testimony. They're doing everything. Everything. When she said Colin was gone before John. Ma'am. I don't know who. Oh my God, Zelda, I'm cracking up because I start singing every song you do, right? That's what you're supposed to do. That's what we're here for. Thank you so much, my darlings. Yes, it's because the energy, they will be around me. Ma'am, no biting or you're down. You got me? Do you think Scanlon will come clean? No. Look who's on the screen, ladies and gentlemen. Look who's on the screen. The energy is getting pretty good. Look who's on the screen. Thank you so much, my darlings, from your words, because the song's already in my head. But yeah, see, look who's on the screen. Someone has entered the chat. There you go. Oh, looky who it is. Yep. I think Chris Albert is a lot more. Listen, they're trying to make us believe that Chris Albert walked home. No. Sorry, Sam. No, I don't believe that. No. I do not believe that. Clean. That was Coco. Who did the cleaning? It was Coco. But Coco, let me tell you a little something. If I have anything to do with it, you've missed a few spots. And they're still there. Too late now. Can't get in to rectify it. But soon you'll find out. That's right. No bacon sandwiches. That's right. I call BS. I call the brown stuff. I always seem to get my hair positioned in these glasses. I was about to say Coco did a lot of the cleaning. Yes, ma'am. Chris may have cleaned up in a different way. Oh, I think he did. He thought so. Unloved sister. Coco the cleaner. Wasn't there Coco the clown? That's luminol, Cam. And I don't really have a right to do any of that. I mean, I've used that in paranormal investigations when houses are over 100 years old and you can still pick up stuff like that from these houses. But that's not my place. I have to be real careful. Sissy, or look bad. I'm sorry. My cats do love me, but it can be trying at times. Give me a second, my darlings. I got to check to see if my man in the other room needs something to eat. Definitely need a lash tutorial. Never do them, no matter how tried. I've tried them all. Looking forward to. Oh, honey, it's zippity doo dah. You'll get it. You'll get it. You'll get it. Let me see. I miss these days. Oh, that cat was hiding John. Oh. Okay, hold on. I know, but you know how people are. And she's got eczema. I have medicine. And bless her heart. It's just that time of year. Thank you, Anne. Thank you. I'll show you how to get porcelain skin. Let me see. My son just gave me the stats. He's done with the tournament. They placed in the top 256 twice in a row in North and South America. Congratulations to my son and his team. That goes to show you how many thousands of people play in these things. Mary, bless you. Thank you so much for being here. Supper. That's right. It's supper. Would you like to stay for supper? And what else? Supper and thank you. Congratulations to Ian. Thank you. Thank you. Supper and the detective 11. 11-5 is in the house. Hello. Well, Standing Stones, you will watch because for Kelsey Fitzsimmons, unknown. Okay, amendment. For Kelsey Fitzsimmons, he's going to be playing a game. I'd love to have some peach pie. No, I don't eat pizza because I don't like to. I like my own. Chicken salad. Oh my goodness. Give me a second, my darlings. Amendment. Thank you so much. I'm all for him. Renee. Bless you, my darling. It's something you do not have to do. But I want to thank you so much for your generosity. Thank you. Thank you. Sent me a cash app. I almost said a cash off. A cash app. I love peach. Okay, everybody's asking about what I look like. Okay, goodbye. Are you leaving too, or are you going to stay? You want to go? No. All right. Recognition. I think you did get some recognition. Okay, everybody's wanting to know. Oh, I believe Kelsey Fitzsimmons is another railroad job, my darlings. There's more behind that than we'll ever worth. Recognition of what they're worth. Absolutely. Okay, everybody's wanting to know what I look like without a filter. And I'm going to show you because I do have a filter on right now. Only because, But are you ready? Are you ready? Here's no filter. Here's no filter. You're seeing me, no filter. That's it. The reason I use the filter is because with the light, it evens out your skin. Principle. However, it evens things out. That's why. Sin City Bell, hi, my darling. Welcome. And when we do you all will see me. Jackson Fox is the first. Okay, well, we're not going to put that stuff in the house. Okay. I saw that too. Kelsey, is it not Norfolk County? Right? Thank you so much. Thank you. I use a filter because the ring light can cause you to look like, hello. Can't see the difference. Do I need glasses? Might. Very prettily. Thank you so much. Hug from Oz. Thank you so much. Thank you. Holly House. Hello. Thank you, my darling. Not discussed. Opportunity missed. Distracted telling the story. All right. No, wait a minute now. I'm frustrated that the words are not discussed. Opportunity missed. You distracted telling the story. Well, my darling, I'm going to tell you something. If I take these words and I tell a story, it might not be the correct story. You see, William coming out. Who is William? Is he a principal? What is he worth? We're here to see if there's pertinent. Or we've seen some pertinent things like brutal, and we've seen many things. And believe me, it can be a lot worse. We've seen it a lot worse. So I'm sorry that you're frustrated. We've seen a lot of things. But I'm not distracted. I will tell you exactly what happens when I concentrate on what's going on this device. Nothing comes out. And when I'm sitting here talking to you and I invite that energy in as though he is one of our friends in the chat, we get more out of that than not. And it's proven itself time and time again. I do believe that John was definitely working on some things, and I do believe that he knows about Sandra Birchmore. Thank you, Magnolia. Thank you. It's whatever energy comes through. Some things won't make sense. But the one thing that I won't do, because in this case, we could certainly sit here and speculate, but the one thing that I won't do is sit here and say, oh, well, this is it. This is a fact. This is exactly what I think. This is what I can't do that. That's not what I'm about. And plus, I'm not a crime channel in that particular way. I'm a profiler. And I have the tools to bring this energy to all of us. I want to see too. And long after we're done tonight, this energy will still be talking. I can guarantee that. Canine Mind Help. Hi, darling. We have talked about the words. Also, you're able to bring up questions and opinions of the word that come up. Mate, there you go. Hello, mate. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I know it's frustrating because you know what I really want? I want one of these devices to sit here and say, hypothetically, I want one of these things to say, yeah, it was so-and-so who unalived me. I was in the basement first. They beat the tar out of me. I started to lose fluid, but then they took me to the garage and they hit my head, and then they took me out through the bulkhead and out around to the front yard. And it was this one, it was this one, it was this one, and it was this one. And this one had their DNA, and this one had their DNA, and this one. I wish that could do that. But you know, the unfortunate part is it wouldn't matter because all of this won't hold up in a court of law anyway. One time it did. One time. William Reed is who I'm getting from this. He is a principal person in this whole thing. Hello, my darling. How are you? There's a side gate on the other side too. Yep. With a dog attached to his arm. And we've seen Chloe come out in these readings. We've had some nights where I was worried about getting demonetized for that particular stream. Because it was saying the M word and all kinds of things. That's right. It is. It's just as real as physical objects. That's right. I love Dr. Reed. I think that I hope I get to meet them one day. I hope I really do. Really, I do. And I know I sit here spring. Do you think? Do you think it'll be spring when I get to meet them? It'll probably be spring when I get to go up to 34 Fairview, God willing. Pond. Is there a pond near 34 Fairview? Zelda, what law agencies? Do you mean locations or the agencies? Lotus Lodges. Hello, my darling. React. Okay. So I'm late to the game. Spent all day at roller skating rink. Well, I'd like to spend all day at a roller skating rink. That sounds so much fun. I have not roller skated in a long time. Oh, really, Holly? Billy Bush and Mr. Reed? Yeah. I believe Higgy will go down, lady. I believe Higgy will go down too, Rebecca. I believe Higgy. And have you thought about this? Have you thought about this? There are people. Okay, Mitchell, I'm going to ask you in a moment. There are, or answer, or perhaps ask, there are people, think about the people that were, give me a second. Hold on. Ellen, thank you, my darling. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, my darling. Thank you, Ellen. Now, before I go on, Sean Austin just texted me. So when we're done here, he is doing a live investigation on YouTube. And all you have to do is skippity-doo-dah right on over there. I don't know if I can raid him or not. Edison. Oh, that's interesting because that's an invention, perhaps. But somebody remind me in a little bit before we leave about talking about mirrors. So I don't want to get off track here for a second. Think about after Karen's case, who went public? We saw the foursome with someone else, the McAlberts. What was it, ABC? And then there was Proctor. Proctor, if you could do it all over again, is there anything else you would change? Not at all. Because everything that I've done has been hidden from the public and from law enforcement, and they will never, ever catch me. Tee-hee-hee. But who? Trupa Pacta. Pooper Proctor. But who has not made an appearance? I think he has about the smartest attorney that he's got. One ATF agent. And let me give you a little, give me a second here. Okay, so I want to give you a little tidbit about an ATF agent. Okay? Yeah, I know that, Holly. Higgy Bear. ATF agents are specifically trained in dealing with aggressive dogs. Now, during this thing that John showed me the energy, he showed me discover. That's right. It's going to be a lot of it's discovery. Edison, the light bulb goes off, right? He showed me that it was give me a second. He showed me before, okay? Something else is getting right here. Anyway, he showed me where Chloe jumped on John. Higgy tries to get Chloe before the win. Discover before the win. Higgy tries to pull Chloe off, and Chloe turns on him. And he cuts and runs. He just bolts. So for the win. So isn't that amazing? Isn't that an amazing little tidbit of information? Now, I want to talk to you about, thank you, Holly, in the garage. Infrastructure. Oh, I love that word. That encompasses so many things. Chloe's past bite, right? Her past bite history is aggressive. And she was a Malinois, just so you know. She was part German Shepherd, but she was part that Malinois. And I love Malinois. I think they're like a cat. A Malinois is like a cat in a dog's body. Want to climb, constantly wanting to do this, constantly, that look like, oh, I woke up in a new world today. And I just want to jump over things and I want to be happy and I want to play and I want to tear people apart. And I think they're beautiful dogs, but they're very aggressive when it comes to this sort of thing. But it's not, I don't believe that it's Chloe's fault. Never have. I always believed. I love Melanie, but it's slasher. You get through the basics trial stuff without commentary if you're just trying to catch up. Yeah, okay. I love German Shepherds. I think they're beautiful. Oh my gosh, Holly, hope everything is okay. Now I'm going to tell you really quick about, and then I got to order my something. I've got to order my son something because he wants to have it delivered. There's the noodle boy looking in. High performance animal chosen for, there we go. Chosen for drive. They can be sweet, but most high strung. Not all really aggressive, just following instructions. See, I think that's what happened with Chloe. Excuse me, sir. I do not believe that it was, I think that it was Brian Albert that made her that way. And I think that it wasn't Chloe's fault. That's what I think. And I think right now John is playing with Chloe in heaven. Catch. All right, hold on, my darlings. Let me see something. You guys are great. Now, I need to order. I'm gonna pause this because I need to use this app to order my son something. So I'll tell you what, take a little break, okay? Let's take a little break. Take a little break with me. All right, my darlings, hold on. Hold the phone. We will pause it right there where we are. I'll pause it. And, okay, sister, enough is enough here. Whew. It's like wearing a fur coat. I need to get a Happy Meal, but I'd probably get another cat bucket. Okay, my darlings, hold on. I got to do this. Talk amongst yourselves, because you know what? I'm a talker. No, get down. No. Oh my gosh, you guys, there's plenty of food. There's plenty of water. Okay. Zelda in action. Give me a second, my darlings. Sorry, just take a little break. Okay. Also, the trial channel, they may break it down. Witness what? No, but no commentary. I have got to find the time when, who was it? Buchanan, whomever. I've got to find that where, John's evidence bag was moving while he was testifying and it flipped him out a little bit. So if you want to know what goes on in the courtroom, Yuri. So I've got to go over to the trial channel. I think it was on May 8th, and I haven't had a chance to go through the whole thing yet. But I will. But I will. All right, give me a sec, my darlings. Yeah, Yuri and his I don't understand English. It's my third language. Well, he understands what a dork he is. He and his beige pants. We're not even going to go there. Okay, my darlings, give me a second. Never thought it was Chloe's fault. Yeah, some people though, but it's in his shiny little loafers. Does anybody have one of those airport bags? But I have to find that. I believe it was May 8th of this year, and I do believe that was Honk Breenan, who was getting his testimony. And I think I'm going to get a little something too. Yeah, Karma Crazy. That's right. He said I'm sorry. The bag was moving over here. Well, that was John's stuff trying to tell you you're full of the brown stuff. There, Buckaroo Bonsai. That's your problem, pal. Let me see. I think I'm just going to get a little appetizer. Just a little. Oh, I can't eat calamari. See what kids' meals. Because you know what? I don't eat hardly anything. I just do the kids' meal thing, and that's fine with me. No, sorry. And then I'll turn this back on again. I'm so sorry. Oh, you had pizza? I make my own pizza because I can't stand it. Tastes like the box. Here we are with the kids' meal. Chicky fingers. That works. No, ma'am. No, sir. Oh, no. Okay. I'm so sorry, everybody. I think it's funny that Zelda said for months ago that Jen was the witchy stuff, and then LG confirmed the voodoo dolls on Jen's dining room table keeps them in the right. We're going to talk about that in just a second. Make sure I got my order right. Because it's one thing I hate when you think you ordered everything and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I ordered that, but I didn't get it. Your USA Thanksgiving lunch is amazing and loved it when many moons ago. Aw, my darling. Okay, all set. Here we go. Now I want to talk to you for a second because remember when the device said mirror. Okay. Ham sandwiches. Hold on. Did somebody say they need a ham sandwich? I've got you covered. Welcome to Sam Hank's Ham Sammys. They have a surveillance special, buy one, we film you anyway, no matter what, and they are ARCA approved. So there you are. Remember, we heard that scream come from the bag area. That's it. That's it. Oh, I've got some kind of scary AI things about that I made about Jen in the courtroom. But okay. I want to talk about, because the app said something about mirror. In the codex, the Zeldan codex system where I do case file, when I started Jen's case study yesterday, rarely do I see this, but with her, I saw it. Because sometimes the light, I call it a light schedule of a case study. Sometimes the light schedule can't help itself and goes over to the dark. And it was like a seesaw. It just kept going. I'm going to do it. You watch. It may come out tomorrow, but it may come out Monday, because tomorrow I got some things to catch up on. But it kept transporting over into the dark side. That's called a mirror. When you have both sides clashing against each other, it's like putting two mirrors up across from each other. It causes a vortex. But it's definitely not good. Definitely not good. The master numbers are not doubled. Anytime you get to a master number, whether it's a illuminator, it's a gate, whatever the case, you stop there. You don't double a master number. Because then you get in trouble and you go into another direction. I will have that I will have the book ready. It's almost ready to put up there so that you can do it too. And I'm working on it so that if you would like to come and have me do one for you, which I will be glad to do, then I'll be glad to do that for you too. And we can take it as deep as you want. If you saw the one for Turtle Boy, that's maybe a third. That's maybe a third. But what I believe was in the courtroom with all that, remember all the sirens? Remember I kept saying John is here, John, that energy? Well, I believe John's energy was in the courtroom. I'll never not believe that. I believe that's where he was. I believe that's right there with that dude. So, yeah. The sirens, all of that. So, I'm going to go probably hearsay, but I don't want to slip into another dimension. I wouldn't want to. Sometimes you go there, you can't get back. Like the one haunted house Help I'm Haunted that we did together. Ooh. There's people that do that and they don't come back. I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to go anywhere. Yeah, he was definitely there. Totally agree. Totally agree. for those of you who missed it, I believe that I was psychically attacked and had to put up a little, and I made a video on that as well, because that was in the heat of things, and I was really reading and really coming out. And believe me, when I saw that post about the voodoo dolls, they say Mirror, Mirror on the Wall is now Magic Mirror on the Wall. Nicole Kidman made a movie called Mirror, Mirror. So there's that. I'm confused. Well, don't be confused, but it's Spieglein, Spieglein an der Wand. Wo ist dein schönste Frau im Land? Think of anything that is a mirror image. Like my camera right now is a mirror image of me. So right now I'm thinking that I'm pointing at the QR code, and actually it's over here. So that's how the mirror image works. And just to give you a little something, we see ourselves the way we see ourselves in the mirror. But do you know that if you want to see what you look like to other people, when you turn your camera app on, you do a mirror image, and that's what it looks like. That's what you look like to other people. And sometimes it can be like, whoa, I didn't realize I looked like that to other people. Oh, that's kind of wild. Our eyes can flip images. That's correct. Our eyes can flip images. Now, Mitchell, my darling, are you still here? Because I want to answer your question. Sorry, I've got an app open on my phone. I want to keep watch. Got to watch for these people. Also, yes, I'm in the deep south. They cover mirrors here. I don't practice voodoo or anything, but I respect. I grew up when someone passed away, we covered the mirrors. The only mirrors I have in my house is for a close-up mirror for when I put my makeup on, and the mirrors in the bathroom. I don't have any other house. Nothing. No mirrors. No. I would miss you guys too if I popped into another dimension. I've got a really good, scary story for this Thursday. It's the last one before Halloween, and we'll have one more after Halloween for Help I'm Haunted. And then we'll just kind of vote and see which ones you guys liked best. Okay, Mitchell wanted to know if I'm correct. I'm from Mississippi. We cover the mirrors. And we stop the clock. And we stop the clock for 24 hours. We cover the mirrors, and we do I know why? No. But it's just one of those things. But remember, it's those were the windy clocks. It's pretty hard to stop your clocks now. A former owner left a broken mirror in the house. Should I remove it? Yes, and do not look into it if you can possibly help it. I would tape it before you move it, like take duct tape or something like that. I would tape where it's broken, and then I would tape paper over it or a trash bag or something so you're not looking into it. Then remove it and take it away. Let me see. They are considered a portal. The two Bryans. Okay, so Mitchell had a question. Let me turn this for a moment because it's reflecting in my glasses and distracting me. Yes, you do not. It's actually feng shui. You don't put a mirror facing your bed. It's feng shui that you don't do that. That's weird. They're talking about that one. Their investigation should become a portal. Yes. So anyway, what I was going to tell you is Sean Austin is live. I think he's going to be live for a little while. I should ask him if I can port you guys over, invade him and his, if you wanted to go. So anyway, how about a mirror facing TV? I wouldn't do it. If you can possibly help it, I wouldn't do it. You know, it used to be this old decorator thing that my mother and grandmother did, the two Hollywood girls, that you always had a mirror across from a window because it brought the outside in. It sure did. It sure did. And you don't want to put a mirror on a wall across from that. You also don't want to have a welcome mat in front of your door that says welcome. There's a lot of things. Okay. A mirror in front of your door coming in your house. Probably not. I mean, I would think not. 2 winding clocks in my place now. Yeah, I love winding clocks. Okay. You're so welcome, Melissa. So to answer Mitchell's question, I have worked with merchant marines. I've worked with the United States Navy. Maybe a little bit unofficially with the Marines. Hoorah! Definitely a 3-letter agency that starts with an F, Agent Oobligada. All kinds of local law enforcement, state. No federal marshals, though. And I think that's about it. It's enough. Does a TV screen count as a mirror since it's reflective? No. Although I've seen things in those. I was a Navy wife. My husband was a commander in the Navy. So there were times when people would go missing that they would call on me. They didn't like it that I did what I did. But when they needed me, hello. Okay. Well, here's the thing about law enforcement. Hoorah! Here's the thing. My brother is a Marine. Once a Marine, always Marine. And my nephew is too. One thing about, I have read the political cards, but believe me, people on here eat my lunch until there's no tomorrow, and I'm very careful about doing that. In fact, I even showed the inauguration, this last inauguration, because I was telling stories about the White House and things about the White House burning when this one had it and when this one had it, and how the Lincoln bedroom was haunted. And you would have thought that I was committing some type of, called all kinds of names, crazy people in my chat. How dare you do this? I know you this. Look, I have things that I say about these people. Anyway, why don't you put a mirror in front of your bed? Because, hi, Jennifer. Because when we're dreaming at night, your dreams can become a reality in some regard. And you don't want to invite anything. Mirrors are sometimes portals. Now, does that happen often? No. But I'm just real careful. I don't like that. There was a mirror in my bedroom above the dresser, and I've got it covered. I don't fool with it. People are still afraid of psychic abilities. Sarah, you're absolutely correct, because many times I was the last resort. When people would come in and ask me for help, law enforcement, it was pretty much the family was at their wits' end. It was last resort. It was crazy times. It was horrific. And no, 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 no. And then they would come to me and, don't tell anybody in the department that I'm talking to you. Are we dating or what? No, 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 no. Even if my family finds out that I've gone there, I mean, I'm a Christian. I am too. So there was always this stigma. That's what I want to say. It's a stigma. And that was sometimes hard to overcome. But sometimes when you build relationships in that type of thing, sometimes I get a call every now and then from people in the past. You're fine with that, Mitchell. You're fine with that. You're fine. Yep. Oh, sorry. I hit the stigma. Give me a second, my darlings. I'm going to check on Sean. I'm going to check on Sean. I do it that way because do you remember in the Terminator, Sarah, who was the mother, would go, John, when she would call him? I think it was in the first or the second one. Anyway, let me see here. No, I said. No. I'm trying to find it. Well, if I could find it. I'm trying to find where, because I would have to add his channel to my thing. Had his channel to my where you could see. I can't find that right now. I never allow mirrors. Exactly where they come from. And I never buy a used mirror. I go into any type of, but in order to do a raid, I have to add him, or else his channel can, not accept it. So I have to make sure that it's on here. Give me a second. I forget how to do that. Okay, I was just there and it didn't say it. Oh, here we are. Hello, duh. I need to put it on both of them. Give me a second, my darlings. So sorry. Thank you. Didn't go down far enough. Okay. Let me see. Sorry, Bart, my darlings. Hold on. I don't know if I can redirect you tonight. I'll have to set it up. And Amy, thank you so much, my darling, for the beautiful little gift and your being very generous. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Hold, please. There we go. Omir's Antique. I don't do it. If I go into an antique store, if I see mirrors, I don't walk down that aisle. It is what it is. Give me a second. I'll see if I can't get the link to him. And then I can text him, because you know what, my darlings? I think it's got a creepy haunted school. Give me a second. I'm going to ask him. Give me a moment, my darlings. Sean, where are you, my darling? Okay, he'll let me know. He'll let me know. We're just waiting here. And then I'll just send you all over there. And I'll say hello. Oh yeah, he's got some all kinds of things going on. You know what? I don't think he will care. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put his channel, my darlings, in the chat. And if you go over there, just say, we're coming from Zelda. We're coming from Zelda. Okay? Because my food is about ready to come. And we've been on here for over 3 hours. And don't forget to be here Monday night for Manifestation Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern. That's going to be a lot of fun. And then Wednesday night at 6 p.m. is the Kelsey Fitzsimmons fundraiser. Thursday night, Help I'm Haunted. Friday, you can't miss Friday. It's Halloween and you got to see my costume. And then we go from there. So Going to be big. And then Saturday night, we stream again, which is November 1st. So, my darlings, I love you guys. I'm excited. This is a big week. This is a huge week. It's a big week. So, my darlings, be well. Enjoy your weekend tomorrow. Rest. We're going to see a lot more things coming out on the 26th. My darling, be here if you got a birthday, because we'll sing happy birthday to you. I want to thank you, each and every one. Ham Live at Hanukkah School coming. Okay, he says join. He says come. Okay, come join in. Okay, all right. So here is where you're going to. All right. So when you go over there, tell him we're here from Zelda, and he said he's at a haunted school right now. So go on over there, say hi. We're here from Zelda. And I want to thank you so much for being here. And thank you for everything that you do and your wonderful generosity. And hold on, I want to make sure I've told everybody. Granny, my darling, thank you so much for that. And Kat gifted 5 Lady Zelda Kelly memberships. You're just wonderful. And parachutes and pirouettes, I love it. The 3-letter agents were looking into the DA. They fell into John's case by default. That is absolutely truth. Absolutely truth. So thanks again, my darlings, for being here. I love you. I got a little outro that I want to play for you. And then I'll see you again very, very soon. Okay? Have a good one, my darlings. Thanks for being here. See you soon. They'll tell you the facts are clear, but the truth always flickers between the lines. In every shadow, there's a secret that refuses to stay buried. Clues hide in symbols, and sometimes even fate won't show its hand. Voices echo not just from the living, but from the silence they leave behind. I'm Lady Zelda. This is Seeing Crime, where what's hidden doesn't stay hidden for long. Until next time, keep watching.